Alright guys, so we got about 4 videos, 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 videos. I might just do the 4. Subscribe. But anyway, let's jump into it. Let's kick it off with some interesting news. Cyntoia Brown, I might be mispronouncing that, sentenced to life in prison for killing her alleged sex trafficker, granted clemency. Not exactly as I remember it, but let's jump into it. She was the subject of Me Facing Life, Clement's story of a 2011 documentary. So the woman who was sentenced to life for prison for killing the man she said trafficked her for sex had just been granted clemency. Cyntoia Brown had her sentence commuted by Tennessee Governor Bill Hausman today after serving 15 years in prison. This decision comes after careful consideration of what is a tragic and complicated case, Haslam said in a statement released by his office. Brown was convicted in 2004 of the murder of Johnny Allen, a 43-year-old real estate broker she claims was trafficking her for sex. She was tried as an adult in the case, convicted and sentenced when she was 16 years old. Brown's case gained attention in 2017 thanks to social media posts by celebrities including Kim Kardashian and Rihanna for calling her for her release. She was subject of a 2011 documentary called Me Facing Life, Carathan's Story. Katarina, I'm getting that name wrong, I apologise. Brown committed by her own admission a horrific crime at the age of 16. Yet, imposing a life sentence on a juvenile that would require her to serve at least 51 years, even being eligible for parole consideration is too harsh, especially in the light of extraordinary steps Miss Brown had taken to rebuild her life, Hallam's said in the statement. Hallam's office pointed to her reformal work that Brown did during her time in prison, including getting her GED and noting that she is expected to get her bachelor's degree this year. The decision to grant Brown clemency, which lawmakers and advocates have been pushing for years, is one of the final acts of outgoing Republican governor. Brown will be subject to parole until August 2029. Her attorney Charles Bone was the one to tell Brown on Monday that she was granted clemency. There was nobody like Cyntoia Brown. I'm getting that name wrong, I apologise. And maybe a little prejudiced, but she deserves this, Bone said after the conference. The advocate for the news conference read a letter written by Brown in which she thanked many people, including Haslam, for your act of mercy and giving me a second chance. The landlord has held my hand this whole time, and I would never been able to make it without him, Brown wrote in the letter, adding that she is committed to living the rest of her life helping others. Nashville Mayor David Broney also attended the news conference, calling the decision important for the city. Her circumstances were tragic. That tragedy is something that we can't forget. But today is a moment in Nashville where we can have a moment of redemption, where we can all be freed from the sins of the past, Barley said. She has fought hard to give this moment of redemption, he said. Let's not let it pass. So, what exactly did she do? Okay, so according to what I've been able to find out, which is not mentioned here, which is a surprise, surprise, she allegedly killed a man, shot him in the head while he was sleeping after they had sex. Now, there was no threat to her life. He was asleep and she decided to shoot him. That's why there was the 51 years, because it was not self-defense. It was murder, so to speak. Now, at the end of the day, if she was actually trafficked and everything like that, then I can completely sympathise with her. However, if it's just an excuse, then I have a bit of a problem. So I don't know if she's been honest with this whole sex trafficking thing, or if that's just a narrative that left or some people are trying to push to get her out. I would be interested in finding that out. Is there any proof, for example, that will actually go through and that will back up her statement saying that she was sex trafficked, that I'd like to know. And like I say, look, if she was sex trafficked and everything like that, then yeah, I completely agree that she should be released. But I just want to make sure that it's that, and that she just isn't some 16-year-old kid who killed a man because she wanted to rob him, which is what they initially suspected. She stole his money, his phone, stuff like that after shooting him. So, you know, is it robbery or is it sex trafficking? If it's sex trafficking, fine. If it's robbery, then I say let her rot in jail. But regardless. Guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Do you think at the end of the day that she was robbing someone and she's using this sex trafficking as an excuse? Do you think she was actually sex trafficked? Is there actually evidence to prove that? Or is this just something that the left or right or whoever is trying to push it? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great day and enjoy.